6 Emmerdale spoilers for tonight as home farm break-in sparks fresh drama. Tonight's Emmerdale delivers more tension as Kim Tate launches an investigation after a mysterious burglary at home farm. Elsewhere, Charity receives heartbreaking news regarding the ongoing Dr Todd case. Here are 6 key moments to look out for. Kim is left furious when she discovers someone has broken into home farm. Determined to uncover the truth, she grabs her shotgun and instructs Ross to find the culprit. With responsibility for security at home farm, Ross is expected to deliver answers quickly. Kim hands him a list of possible suspects and orders him to begin questioning them immediately. Ross starts by confronting Moira, convinced she may know something about the break-in. After failing to get any useful information, he shifts his focus to Robert instead. His accusations quickly lead to a heated confrontation with Aaron. Serena steps in to calm the latest clash between Ross and Aaron. She then takes the chance to explain the full story about her past with John after Robert recently became suspicious. Following their conversation, Robert decides Serena should remain in the village, although Aaron is convinced the decision will only create more problems. As the investigation continues, Kim discovers that a USB drive has disappeared during the burglary. The missing item could have major consequences for everyone connected to home farm. Elsewhere, Charity is devastated after learning that the Crown Prosecution Service will not move forward with legal action against Dr Todd. Although Charity begins to lose hope, Mack and Vanessa refuse to accept defeat. They suspect there may be older complaints against Todd hidden within hospital records. Meanwhile, Nicola is pleased that Kev has resigned from his café job, believing it finally brings an end to the recent disruption. However, her relief may be short-lived when Claudette encourages Kev to reconsider, prompting him to ask for his position back. Let me know if you'd like it rewritten in a more dramatic, SEO-friendly, or YouTube narration style. Emmerdale delivered another dramatic surprise in Thursday's episode, July 17, as Serena Sugden made an unexpected departure from the village after a major secret about her connection to John Sugden was finally uncovered. Serena, who arrived in the Dales only last month, has already become one of the show's biggest mysteries. Since her arrival, she has quietly questioned villagers and searched for answers about John's past, raising suspicions about her true motives. The newcomer has been determined to uncover everything surrounding John's death. Viewers already know that John died after Victoria acted in self-defense during the explosive Corriedale crossover episode, but Serena has remained convinced that there was far more to the story than anyone was willing to admit. Earlier this week, Aaron and Robert challenged Serena over her suspicious behavior and demanded to know whether she was secretly working for the police. Serena denied being an undercover officer, explaining that she had previously served with the force but no longer held the role. She also revealed that John had sacrificed his army pension to help save the family's farm from financial ruin. Serena insisted she planned to use the money that remained to support those whose lives had been damaged by John's actions, hoping it would go some way towards making amends. Despite appearing honest, Serena continued investigating behind everyone's backs. After discovering that Victoria had travelled to Portugal with her son shortly after John's supposed suicide, she began connecting the dots. The evidence convinced her that John hadn't taken his own life, and that Victoria had actually been responsible for his death. Although Serena promised she would keep her discovery a secret, the previous episode ended with a huge cliffhanger as she walked into the local police station, leaving viewers wondering whether she was about to expose everything. Thursday's installment answered that question while revealing another bombshell. Aaron and Robert discovered Serena had been hiding an even bigger secret after Chas secretly took her phone and examined its contents. The messages and photographs stored on the device proved that Serena had stayed in regular contact with John far more recently than she had admitted. Among the images were pictures of the pair together while John was on the run last December, completely contradicting the story she had been telling ever since arriving in the village. When confronted, Serena struggled to defend herself. Robert questioned why she had lied about the timeline, and Serena insisted she had only kept quiet because she knew how painful the truth would be. "I knew it would hurt you, so I didn't say anything," she explained. "I was trying to protect you." Robert refused to accept the explanation, insisting that honesty would have been better from the beginning. Feeling completely betrayed, both he and Aaron told Serena there was no place left for her in the village and ordered her to leave immediately. With nowhere else to turn, Serena packed her belongings into her car and quietly drove away, bringing her short stay in the village to an emotional end. However, Serena's departure is only temporary. The character has only recently joined the soap, and producers have already confirmed that she will return in future episodes, suggesting her unfinished story will continue and that even more secrets are still waiting to be revealed. Speaking after her casting was announced, Casey Al-Shaksi said she was delighted to become part of the long-running ITV drama. She described Serena as a layered and fascinating character with plenty of hidden depths, teasing that viewers have only scratched the surface of what lies ahead. She also promised that Serena's future storylines will bring even more twists, emotional drama, and shocking revelations to the Sugden family. Charity Dingle faces another emotional setback in Emmerdale as a new development in the investigation into Dr. Todd threatens to reopen old wounds. After enduring weeks of trauma and emotional turmoil, Charity has been struggling to rebuild her life. While trying to come to terms with everything she has experienced, she has also found herself dealing with fresh problems that continue to pile up, leaving her emotionally exhausted. One of Charity's biggest concerns is keeping Mackenzie Boyd under control whenever Ross Barton is around. Tensions between the two men remain dangerously high because Ross is the biological father of baby Layla, a truth that only a handful of people know. Mackenzie has found it almost impossible to hide his anger whenever Ross crosses his path. His unpredictable behavior risks exposing the closely guarded secret that Sarah Sugden believes Layla is her own biological daughter. If Mack loses his temper at the wrong moment, the truth could finally come crashing out. During Thursday's episode, however, Mack's attention shifted away from Ross after he realized Charity had suddenly disappeared. Her disappearance immediately sparked panic because the last time she vanished, she had isolated herself at a remote lake while struggling to cope with the weight of her secrets and the trauma she had been carrying. Fearing history was repeating itself, Mack rushed to Vanessa Woodfield's home, hoping she would know where Charity had gone. Instead, Vanessa was unable to provide any reassurance, leaving Mack increasingly worried about her well-being. It was later revealed that Charity had attended a women's support group in an attempt to help process her experiences. Although the meeting gave her some comfort, Charity admitted afterwards that she struggled to feel she truly belonged. Speaking honestly with Vanessa, she confessed she felt like an outsider because none of the other women attending had been assaulted by another woman, making her question whether her own experience would be understood. Vanessa encouraged Charity not to dismiss her own trauma, reminding her that every survivor's experience is different and equally valid. After returning home, Charity finally told Mack where she had been, allowing him to breathe a sigh of relief. However, the couple's brief moment of calm was quickly interrupted by an unexpected phone call. Detective Sergeant Reed contacted Charity with important news, revealing that she would be visiting the village the following day because there had been a significant update in the investigation involving Dr. Todd. The unexpected call immediately left Charity shaken, raising fears that the case may be about to take another dramatic turn. Could the investigation finally be moving forward? Or will the latest development bring even more heartbreak for Charity as she continues her difficult journey towards recovery? With emotions running high, viewers can expect another tense chapter as Charity prepares to discover exactly what DS Reed has to tell her and whether the news will offer hope or deliver another devastating blow. Coronation Street airs on ITV1 on weeknights at 8:30 p.m, with episodes also available to stream on ITVX.